Guys, Rezom here. Just making another video in response to a couple of comments I received from one user in particular. I'm sure you guys are thinking, what the hell is this guy doing making another video in response to a comment? Well, it's my first comment. I haven't been really making videos for that long, so fuck you. No. The user, Disciple Toki, touched on some things in Warlords of Draenor that I think a lot of people do have a question on. And it's actually a point that I would like to bring up for all of WoW. Not just in regards to Disc Priests and how the changes are going to affect us. So, he responded, or commented I should say, with the ease of World of Warcraft. He said, WoW is getting way too easy. I will address that by just, I have to disagree with you. And the reason why I'm disagreeing with you, unless you killed Heroic Garrosh back in October of 13, or shortly thereafter, the game's not that easy for the greater percentage of people. If you killed Heroic Garrosh within the last month to 4 or 5 months around there, you don't get to say the game is easy. And I'm not trying to like call you out, dude, or I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just trying to get people to think a little bit more like, I mean, how easy really is this game? You have your top tier guilds: Blood Legion, Method, Duality, Envy, Midwinter, and those are just a few. I mean, these guys, some of these guilds require you to have 3 to 5 alts to raid on. I mean, these alts have to be raid ready. You've got your main, and then you've got 4 alts. Great. So you get done with content on your main, and then you go in there with your alt, and then you go in there with the next alt, and before you know it, all your characters have the lockout, and they're like, okay, we know how to do this boss, or we know how to do the first like 6 bosses or whatever, you know. So we're just gonna keep pushing, all right? Like, you know, they're talking about raid makeup, and that's why they do all that stuff. They're trying to see what comp works the best, what is the most efficient way to defeat X boss, you know, whichever boss that may be. So I think when people say the game is easy, it's kind of a slap in the face to them, because they put a lot of time and a lot of work into this. And I mean, dude, if you're in, or anybody, if you're in those guilds, hey, hats off to you. I congratulate you. Maybe the game is easy to you. I hope that it is. You guys definitely put in the work. But if you're not in those guilds, you really don't get to say the game is easy, okay? And I find that's the case with a lot of people, that they're not in those guilds, and yeah. The next part of your comment you made was talking about Disc Priests specifically, and their solo ability, their capability to be able to solo. Well, I started thinking, like, what is he talking about? And what came to mind was dailies or PvP. Now you're talking about discipline, so I'll bring holy into this as well. I agree with what Blizzard has done with the changes to a Disc Priest in regards to the fact that they're removing the damage capabilities of said class and said spec. Okay, we're healers. Like, we shouldn't need to do, or excuse me, we shouldn't be able to do damage, so much damage where it's going to make a difference. Okay, yes, we do, you know, we heal through damage, and that's fine, and, you know, multi-strike is going to be really good, especially when we're doing damage, but we should not be able to solo kill another class in PvP. We should not be able to solo a daily quest, okay? Because we're healers. Furthermore, I don't think anybody, I mean anybody, regardless of archetype, tank, DPS, or heals, I don't think anybody should be able to solo dailies. All right? Well, how are we going to do them, Rez? What do you mean? Simple, all right? We're playing a fucking MMO, all right? And this is not a problem with the player. This is a problem on Blizzard's end, all right? We're playing a fucking MMO, okay? Allow people to be rewarded for being in a group with each other, okay? Allow people to gain a bonus for playing the game how it is meant to be played. Because you level up by yourself, and then you do dailies by yourself. What's the thing that you really do with other people? You PvP and you raid. I mean, with add-ons like OQ, with the Raid Finder, LFR, other raids, with 5-Man's, the Dungeon Finder, are you really playing with other people? I mean, not really when you think about it. It's just solo content. You know, you're probably the only dude in there from your server, and if you're not, you're in there with someone on your server that you have never talked to, you have never grouped with, you've never spoken with. You know, I think if they want to get serious about the whole MMO genre, and before I completely shit on them, what they have done for the genre for MMOs is phenomenal. They have revolutionized the industry. Now, granted, they took bits and pieces from other games, and that's fine. But they've optimized it. They have made it more efficient. So kudos to them for that. But there's always room for improvement. This is one of those areas, okay? And I don't know this for a fact. I have not spoken to anyone at Blizzard. They have not confirmed this, of course. But I think one of the big reasons that you are not given a bonus for when you group with someone on your realm or in your guild, or I should say level with someone, you don't get bonus experience, is because of money. It has to be. Think about it, you know? Well, no, if you group with them, your experience is less. So you'd be better off if you just played by yourself. Or better yet, why don't you do this thing we have called Recruit a Friend? Get your buddy, you know, have him come in and you guys can play together. And if he subs and buys a month or 2 months, whatever it is, we'll give you a mount. Okay? And you guys get bonus experience grouped together. I mean, that's like a marketing ploy. You know? Come on. It's an MMO. Just like let people play it how it should be played. Okay? And like, you know, you guys are like, oh, just level to level 60 if you want. Or you can just make a new character and pay us $60 and boom, you get a level 90 with a 483 item level. And then we'll send you to Welfare Island and you can get all the epics that you need, 496 or 535, and boom, you're ready. Come on, man. Like the Timeless Isle was the worst idea. It was awful, miserable. There was no point to doing it. There was no point in having a group. It's just more solo content. Why do we need to be playing an MMO by ourselves? Doesn't make any sense. So I think that they could improve upon the game in that aspect. And like I said, that has nothing to do with you as a player, bro. Not a thing, you know? They could do it. I mean, they could incorporate it into the scenarios, you know? Like a 3 to 5 person thing. I'm not talking about like a 10-man fucking daily where it's like, oh yeah, bring down, you know, this mob. But they tried it before with quests, you know? Like, oh, you know, you pick up a quest and it would suggest for you to advertise in general chat, in the zone chat, looking for member for whatever, because the quest would recommend 2, 3 people, you know? And when they first came out, you actually needed 2 to 3 people. But they nerfed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for Blizzard to merge all these servers together and create this illusion of an MMO when you really look at it, you're playing by yourself. You may as well be playing a first person shooter. Like, it's not even how the game should be played. And that's not a matter of opinion. Like, that's a fact. You know, there's no room for argument here. Like let it go. Like, Felwood has been dead since the Burning Crusade. You know, they merged all these servers together. Why? So I could see a fucking night elf like running on the road next to me. Like, and as far as the dailies go, I'm not saying have like public quests. That's fucking stupid. You know, or like world events. You know, we saw that in Rift, and it was like, you know, I'm running along the road, and all of a sudden, fuck me, the ground opens up beneath me, and this giant fucking plant comes out of it, and I'm like 2 feet away from turning in the quest, and the fucking mob kills the NPCs at the quest hub. Son of a bitch! Now I have to deal with this. Damn it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a 3 to 5 daily group thing you can do with your guildies. That's where it's at. All right? But let me know if you agree with me, man, if you disagree with me. I hope I answered your questions as best I could. Let me know what you think. I'll definitely be having some more content. Hey, you guys like the chair? Pretty sick. True. Definitely be having some more content out there for you guys. I'm going to release a video in response to a pretty big name on YouTube in terms of Warcraft. I completely disagree with what he has said, and I think he needs to be corrected. I'm not trying to call the dude out, and I'm not going to mention his name, not yet. But there will be a video that's releasing very soon for that. And also I'm going to release a guide as to a guild guide, basically, for Warlords of Draenor, because I have been getting so many questions from people just being like, hey, you know, I want to make a guild in Warlords. You think it's a good time? You know, me and my buddies, da 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 da. So I'm just going to put together a guide for you guys that have been asking me questions. And that's pretty much it. So please remember to like, comment, or subscribe. And you can find me on Twitter or Tumblr. I'll be on Twitch soon. I'm in the process of building a bomb fucking PC, but I have received 2 DOA motherboards, 2 DOA processors, and a DOA video card. I have the motherboard, I have the processor that work. Now I have to get the video card. Holy shit. So it's been quite a process, and it's very frustrating. But as soon as I get that together, which will be obviously before release of X-Pack, we'll be on Twitch doing challenge modes, things like that. So don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. And if you'd like to send me a message directly, you can reach me at resomtv@gmail.com. Have a good day, guys. See you soon.